Welcome to another episode of The Daily Gem, where we bring you the most power-packed video blog for businesses anywhere on the web. From new inventions to the best innovations, we deliver you world-class content every day. The Daily Gem, helping your business shine. Now, here's your host, Josh Schreier.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Daily Gem. My name is Josh Schreier, and I wanted to welcome you to this episode. In this episode, we're going to discuss a continuation of what we've been discussing the last couple of videos. If you've been following us in sequence, we started out with 3 ways to grow your business. 3 ways, right? There's only 3 ways. We said get more customers, get them to buy more often, get them to spend more money, or have a higher average price what they spend over the lifetime of their customership with you. So now, we discussed in our last video target market, because before we talk about how to get more customers, let's talk about who you're actually marketing to. Who is your target market? Who are you speaking with? Who are you interacting with? Who are you networking with? All that depends who your target market is. If your target market is X, you talk with Y. If your target market is Z, you talk with Q. You know, it's very connected. It's not like this. Very simple. The first way we said was get more customers. Now, almost anyone I talk to on the phone for the first time and says, "How me grow my business?" the first thing they say is, "Josh, how me with my marketing?" So the first thing I ask them is, how much time do you spend on a daily basis in client acquisition activities? Now, what is a client acquisition activity? That is any prospecting. So again, we don't like cold calling, but cold calling is one of them. Networking, joint venture partnerships, talking with people who have your customers' ears and trying to make partnerships with them in order to get them to recommend you to their customers, or to incentivize them to refer you on to other people. Talking to customers that you currently have and trying to incentivize them to refer you on to other people in whatever way you know how. And we'll discuss that in future videos. There's a lot of strategies, and I have a lot of them to talk to you about how to get referrals from your current customers and turn them into your biggest sales team. But we're not there yet. But again, the first question is, how much time do you spend on these activities per day? If the answer is less than an hour to an hour and a half and you are the owner, that's not enough time. That's not enough time. This is why, I know I'm repeating myself, and again, every video you hear me say I'm repeating myself. You have to outsource. If you're not outsourcing, then there's hours a day that you're not spending on activities dedicated to growing your business right now. I can tell you in my business, because I outsource, virtually all of my time during the day is spent in client acquisition activities, either building up my name, building a reputation, networking, speaking to clients, speaking to potential prospects. That's how all my day goes, virtually, on a daily basis. And if your day is not like that, if your day is spent doing less than an hour a day, if not more than that, it should be an hour and a half a day, if not more. If you're working in a full 8-hour day or more, if you're not spending at least 1 or 2 of those hours on client acquisition activities, you're not spending enough time. So with that said, now, what can you do to get more customers? There's so many ways to get more customers. Again, like we said a few videos ago, if you're following in sequence, that just 1 or 2 customers more a month can increase your business by 10, 20, 30, 50, 100%, depending on the size of your business right now. So the question now is, if your goal is, I want 3 more customers, new customers this month, what should you do? Well, it depends what your business is. How are you getting customers already? How much time do you spend talking to your current customers, or customers you finished projects with or sold products to make sure they're happy? To ask them, do they know anybody who might benefit from your service also? That is the easiest way to get customers, is to maximize the value of your current customers. Because chasing new people who've never heard of you before and convincing them that you're valuable, while it's a necessary technique, is not the best use of time, money, and resources, especially for small businesses. But if you want to know my opinion of the best way to prospect today, without cold calling, without any of this stuff, is Facebook advertising. Why? Because once you know your target market, this is key. Once you know who your target market is, you can market directly to them on Facebook, provided that your target market actually is on Facebook, which again, in most markets is highly likely. Now, we'll do a specific video on Facebook advertising by itself. Maybe we'll see it in the next video. We'll have to see. But Facebook advertising allows you to target a very specific demographic to such an extent. I want 30 to 40-year-old women living in New York City who one of their favorite hobbies is fashion. So if you're selling makeup, that would now be a very good target market. Now, that might be too wide for you. That might be hundreds of thousands of people. You make it more and more and more specific, so you're only showing this ad to a very, very small subset of people, very inexpensively. Again, we'll discuss in a future video, and I'll show you screen captures and a screen video of exactly how you do this on Facebook, so you can get an idea, so you can do it yourself and test it out for sometimes as less as $10 or $20 a week. And have a chance to get customers like that. Again, that also requires a website and other things that you might not have. So this is a process, and I'll lay out the process in future videos. What you do to get your content online or your products online, even just as a mechanism to get people to see them so they can buy from your brick and mortar store. But as we said, either you're leveraging your current customers. Now, here's another way. People who have the ear of your customers already, who are in your similar market. Simple example. Say you're a plumber. So now who has the ear of your clients? Painters, contractors, electricians, handymen. Anyone who works in a home has the ear of your customers. So again, we're talking purely offline. We're not talking online at all. Get those people on the phone and see what you can do to recommend people to them, and see what they can do to recommend people to you. Because they're working in homes all the time, just like you are. So that's, again, a very easy way to get a lot of customers. Quid pro quo. I do for you, you do for me. That's also a very, very solid way to get customers. So now, let's recap. 1, using your current customers to ask them for referrals, and we'll discuss different ways to do that in future videos. How to ask your customers in a respectful way so they actually want to refer you on to other people. Many people just assume if I give good service, people will refer on to me. That's not necessarily true. People are very open or very involved in their own lives, and not necessarily are they having the time and effort to refer you on to other people. So you have to ask them. And if you're providing good service, it's almost your obligation to ask them, because you're going to provide better service than anyone else in your area or anyone else in the world potentially. So that's one way. Getting the ear of other people who have your customers. That's something you should be brainstorming every single day. As I said, you're spending an hour and a half on these activities. Every day you should be brainstorming who has my customer's ear right now in my local area or online, who I can network with and get them to refer me on to other customers. Then there's advertising, which again, advertising and marketing is a very broad topic, but we listed those two other ideas first because that's much more practical. They cost you nothing except time. Time obviously is valuable, but it costs you no financial resources, and it's much more targeted because again, you're dealing with your own customers or people who have your customers right now who could be your customers. So those are really the 3 ways. Now there's probably more, but those are the 3 main ways: your current customers, people who have your current customer's ear, and then standard advertising and marketing. In that order, I would do your current customers, people who have your ear, their ear your customers and could refer you, and then there's standard marketing, which again is more cost effective and overall less. It's very cost prohibitive many times, and not as effective in terms of overall time and resources that you're investing into it. So, if you can, again, spend an hour to an hour and a half a day and measure yourself. Start with maybe 45 minutes a day or an hour on client acquisition activities. It will be a valuable time for you. That is how you grow your business. That is much more valuable than 90% of what you're doing right now, I can almost guarantee you, without knowing your day. So with that said, that is our lesson today, our session today, our episode today. Depends what you want to call it, lesson, session, episode. It's all the same thing. Of how to get more customers. In our next video, hopefully, unless I get a new idea, but in our next video, hopefully, we're going to discuss the next level up, which is how to get your customers to come more often, so that even if you're not getting more customers, you're still generating more business because your customers are coming more often. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy life. Live with vigor and passion. Best from here. And we'll see you in our next video.